We are now joined by Anthony McCarron to play a little something or nothing. And Anthony, we're going to pick up where David Stearns left off because Pete Alonso will be reportedly at the winter meetings, meeting with teams, namely the Red Sox and Orioles. Anthony, is that something or nothing?
I think it's something, Eamon. You know, I mean, look, it's still early in the offseason. I know we're like overheated about the hot stove and we want things to happen here, you know, transactions, let's go, trades, free agency. But there's still plenty of time for these guys to talk. And here we go with Pete getting to know a couple of other teams, and which is his right as a free agent. You know, but I don't think that the teams are taking meetings just for practice. You know what I mean? They don't need to work on their interviewing skills. If you don't have interest in a guy, you're not going to sit down with them. I mean, you know, GM and his front office, they're in high demand time-wise. So if you're sitting down with Pete Alonso, you have some sort of interest to at least start the conversation. Does that mean the Met fan has to be panicking over the, you know, oh, Pete's going to Boston, Pete's going to Baltimore? Not necessarily, but it does indicate a certain level of interest there. And good for Pete. You know, I don't believe in the idea that Pete has no market, and I think this is an indication of that there is some interest in him.
Last year, he waited until the middle of February to sign, so it does appear that there's more interest in Pete Alonso this time around. Now, Joel Sherman of the New York Post reporting that the Mets had a video meeting with Michael King. Something or nothing? Again,
something here, Eamon. I mean, look, you know, nobody's IT department is saying, let's get a few of these guys on Zoom to see if the system works. You know, they're doing it to find out more about Michael King. You know, the Mets know that this guy can pitch in New York because he's had success in the past with the Yankees. But let's, you know, maybe delve into a little bit deeper. Michael King has had some injury issues in his career, so maybe this is an opportunity to delve into that a little bit beyond the medical reports, talking to the player about what exactly it was and how he got through it at the rehab process, all that stuff there. Look, Michael King is hugely talented, and, you know, the Mets showing this kind of interest in him, you know, he might come in on a shorter-term deal, and we know that David Stearns doesn't want to go long for a pitcher. You know, if Michael King is a 3-year contract, Eamon, I mean, that makes him instantly more attractive, I think, to the Mets, and the fact that they got on the video chat with him is a good sign.
We are now joined by Sal Licata. And Sal, in 24, Mendy was the toast of the town as the Mets went to the NLCS. 2025, they missed the playoffs. So what's your confidence level with Mendoza after the last 2 years?
Hi, Eamon. I believe in Mendoza. Now, it's never as bad as it seems when you're at your worst, never as good as it seems when they were at their best. I think ultimately this is on the players. They need to figure it out. I believe in Mendoza holding guys accountable, the culture that he's trying to build here with this team. It was a different team with the addition of the superstar Juan Soto. You would think that would help, just put the numbers there. Maybe the chemistry was a little bit off. I know we talked about the clubhouse not being as bad as people were making it seem. Either way, and people are knocking him for the way he handled the bullpen like Ottavino. I don't know what you want him to do when his starters are going 2 innings every night. So either way, to me, I believe in Carlos Mendoza. I still think he could be a plus manager in the big leagues in this town. I think he's going to be an asset to this team moving forward, not something that's going to hold them back.
Yeah, when you talk about the bullpen, you wonder, did he have a quick hook? But when you really watch the games, he had to go get those guys, no doubt about it. Now, you mentioned it, Juan Soto. The Juan Soto to the Mets news broke on Sunday, December 8th. So, Sal, inquiring minds want to know what you gifted yourself to celebrate your first anniversary with Soto as a Met, and if the union is still complete bliss.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of, Eamon, it's a Monday night. I had like a leftover chicken parm hero to celebrate tonight, which usually I don't eat like that during the week. But yes, I love Juan Soto, and I think better things are still to come here. It was a great year statistically, but as you said, anybody who watched, something was just off from the beginning. Soto's greatness comes in the biggest of moments. It's not that he wasn't clutch with the Mets, but those moments weren't there as often as they've been there throughout the course of his career. I think that changes in year 2, and you'll get the full effect of Juan Soto next year.
And now we wait and see who'll be behind him in the lineup. Sal Licata, thanks for joining us here on Honda Sports Night.